Hello and welcome to i-nastava. Today's English class is for the fourth year. The topic is Beauty Is. My name is Stephanie Kate Lukač and I'll be your teacher for the day. By the end of the class, you will have created a digital scrapbook. For the class, you'll need something to write with, a device with internet connection, your notebooks, and if possible, a QR code scanner. Feel free to pause the video anytime you need. Well, I am a believer, really, that all things are beautiful. Well, maybe not snakes, for example, because I'm terrified of them, but I think it all depends on how you look at everything that you see around you and in your lives. Most of the beautiful things that people think are the most beautiful would be the people around them that they love, their family, their friends, godparents, maybe, or, well, whoever's important in their lives. All types of nature. I think when we go out into any kind of nature, whether it's a mountainous type or like in Slavonia where you have the beautiful fields, if you're in Dalmatia or Istria where you got the beautiful beaches and the seaside and the coast, it really is, well, just wonderful to see. Also, some people feel that food is the most beautiful, whether it's healthy food, probably some junk food on your list, or anything that you love to eat. And lastly, I think that it's also important to see the small things as beautiful, small things in your life that maybe firsthand you don't see as being beautiful, but whether it's the sunshine around you or a small child running through laughing, or it might be your room or things in your room, the pictures that you have, memories, these kinds of things. For your first small task, we have here an article about some things that you might not notice in the world around you as being beautiful. I think a lot of us, especially in everyday life, when we're all busy and running around and not really paying attention to things around us, I think we do overlook the beauty in our lives in everyday, well, in the everyday hustle and bustle, as I should put it. So with the article comes a small close task. So you're choosing the correct answer of A, B, C, or D, and you'll be able to check your answers in a little bit. So pause the video, open the link or the QR code, whichever you prefer, and give it a shot. Did some of the things that you read about kind of surprise you as, well, yeah, it's actually beautiful, but you never really thought about it? Or is it maybe something that you don't feel is beautiful around you? In any case, with this link or QR code, you can check over your answers to see how you did with the closed task. So here I kind of made a small list about my favorite and most beautiful things in my life. Obviously, in first place would be my family and my friends, the people who I'm closest to. Secondly, although not less importantly to me, is my faith. Um to me, that's one of the most beautiful things in life and helps me get through life, as I think that probably it gets most people through life. But I cherish that, and that's my most beautiful thing. Also, some people might disagree, but to me, the most beautiful thing is the full moon. I could look at it all night long, and I just love it. And I kind of get sad when it gets cloudy and you can't see it, but I don't mind a few clouds, and then the moonlight kind of plays on the clouds. But that's one of the things that I find most beautiful. Uh, with my fourth thing, nature, all kinds of nature, whether it's the beach, on the seaside, on the coast, whether it's, well, not necessarily maybe in some kind of forest, but, walking through nature. Um, well, I live in Slavonia, so everything's level and it's a plain. But, the fields, the sunflowers, the flowers in general, just, I love taking in all that stuff when I go for a walk, for example. And lastly, food. With pomegranates, tacos, and caramel, those are my kind of top three foods. There are more that I could come up with, but the list can only be so long. But well, caramel is kind of the sweet spot with my most beautiful things. Tacos or any kind of Mexican food, that would be my kind of top when it comes to salty or main dishes. And the pomegranates as like my top most beautiful fruit. Everybody, I think, has their favorite. It just depends all on your taste buds and what you love. So, as I made my kind of top five of most beautiful things, it's time for you to make yours. So, with this link or QR code, it gives you a list, maybe to give you some ideas if you're a little bit stuck. And out of those things, or it can be anything really, it doesn't have to be just off the list. Choose five that you find the most beautiful, and you're going to make a digital scrapbook. Now, before you pause the video, hold on 1 second and take a look. Here you've got some help for you. So with the link or QR code, if you're not sure how to make a digital scrapbook, this one I took from Canva, which I know is free. You can use really any digital tool that you wish, but I gave you this one as an example. Use personal photographs or videos if possible. If not, be careful to use free photos. For example, from Pixabay or Unsplash. I think using Canva, it gives you like this list of free photos on the side as well, but I'm not 100% sure you can see. Pay attention to creativity with the different fonts, the colors, the pictures. So really you can go all out here. And be sure to explain why this thing is beautiful to you. Well, I should say why these things. But going through one by one, you're looking at the one thing, why it's beautiful. Now, before you hand in your digital scrapbook to your teacher, you want to double check just to ensure that you are handing in the best quality. So make sure your digital scrapbook has got your top five list of the most beautiful things, pictures, or free images if your personal pictures aren't available, written descriptions and reasons for choosing those five items, legible fonts and appropriate backgrounds or color schemes, and make sure that you have your own personal touch to it. So really go all out and be creative. So with your next task, I'd like you to open the link or use the QR code, of course. And as you're watching, take notes of the people's reactions. You'll see what I mean when you open the video and watch it. I hope you found the video enjoyable and really kind of, well, heartwarming, I should say. It was nice to see how some of these people felt when somebody thought that they were beautiful. So for the most part, they felt some kind of joy or happiness. A lot of the kids felt embarrassed. Well, not just kids, the teachers as well. Some of them were grateful, like, thank you very much. Most of them were in shock. They couldn't believe that this was happening, that somebody had told them they were beautiful. Disbelief. So they didn't really believe, especially at first, like, oh my God. Shy. A lot of them were shy and just kind of withdrew. If you saw, a lot of the hands were going up to their mouths, like, kind of, or covering their faces. There were a few, maybe like one or two, that were confident. They knew that they were beautiful. A lot of them got emotional. So you could see some of them were even a little bit teary-eyed. There were one, I think maybe two, who were indifferent. They didn't really care one way or another. Like, yeah, that's fine. And there was even one, I believe, who was sarcastic, like, yeah, right. Didn't believe that he was beautiful, or somebody thought that he was beautiful. What would be your reaction, by the way? Any of these? As you could see at the end of the video, there was this quote I thought was kind of important. People are beautiful not in looks, not in what they say, just in what they are. So I really felt that that kind of hit the core. It's not so much as whether you have, I don't know, these big, beautiful blue eyes, or this, I don't know, long brown curly hair, or blonde, or whichever, if you're muscular, well built, tall, short, whichever. It's about the person you are. So kind of hanging on to that quote, who is the most beautiful person to you? So I'd like you to take some notes, who this person is, why they're the most beautiful person to you, what is it about them that makes them the most beautiful person to you. So you want to include their physical, personal, and emotional characteristics, and make a short recording of about a minute. You don't want to go too overboard. Now I'm giving you one kind of limit or rule. It cannot be someone from your immediate family. So it cannot be your mom, your dad, because everybody would choose somebody from their immediate family. So pick someone who is the most beautiful to you that you're not immediately related to. Have some fun. Don't forget to send the recording to your teacher. So tying in with the whole beauty theme, for this task I chose the most beautiful places in the world. First of all, with the pictures, these are my two most beautiful places in the world. If anybody guessed, on the right, you've got Makarska, here in Croatia. And on the left, we got from my native or homeland, Canada, with the Rocky Mountains. They're just absolutely amazing. So, using the link or the QR code, you've got a list of the 25 most beautiful places in the world. Now, I know the list is much longer, but really I can't send you like hundreds and hundreds of these most beautiful places. So in any case, I'd like you to choose one from the list, do a little bit of research, and create your digital poster. Now, with your digital poster, you only want to include like the most important things, like what makes it so beautiful. It, in itself, it's a tourist attraction. So are there any maybe unknown little facts or fun facts about this place? Really get creative. You can put whatever you want. Just, you don't want to have too much handwriting on your digital poster. Include some pictures. Again, make sure they're free. And don't forget to send it to your teacher. And keeping up with the inspiration of beauty and everything that comes with it, I found these two quotes and I just wanted to share it with you. The first one being, beauty is power, a smile is its sword. Really, a smile is free and the most beautiful thing you can see on a person. and it doesn't cost anything, and it really does give a lot to other people. Never lose an opportunity of seeing anything beautiful, for beauty is God's handwriting. Really, this is more tied into really your outlook and staying positive and just seeing all beauty in your life and in your surroundings, everything that's around you. And we've come to the end. What I did want to kind of give a little bit of a different end ticket is a 3-2-1 believe in your beauty little thoughts for you to write down. So I'd like you to name 3 things that are the most beautiful about you regarding your personality. Then I'd like to name 2 things that are the most beautiful about you regarding physical appearance. Now, that's not to say that, you can't think up of 3 things when it comes to your physical appearance, but I believe that the personality is more important. That's what shines through in your beauty. And for the last part, name 1 thing that isn't beautiful about you, but would like to change. So what is it that you need to kind of work on? In any case, I hope you've enjoyed the lesson, and kind of maybe more consciously taken a look around you about what is or who is beautiful all around you. Plus, taking a look on the inside, what's beautiful about you. Everybody has their own personal beauty. I hope you've enjoyed the lesson one more time, and I'd like you to take care of yourself and stay safe and stay healthy. Goodbye.